Elaine,
Councillor Morris.
I'm here. Hang on, let me turn the camera.
We lost you earlier on in the meeting. Well, not so long ago, actually.
Yeah,
right,
you've lost a few people in this meeting as well. Councillor Bamford, from the 24th of August this year, the bailiff industry has been able to recommence its enforcement action, and this council has been taking advantage of that. I would like to draw your attention to the Tribunal Courts and Enforcement Act of 2007 and the Taking Control of Goods regulations, which basically protect vulnerable people from this type of enforcement. I would suggest that this council should put together a way of identifying and helping vulnerable residents so that we don't add to anyone's distress in this time. Would you, as the leader, be supportive of helping our vulnerable residents and not sending bailiffs to them?
Thank you for your question, Councillor Morris. You obviously have put me on a spot here because I don't have all the knowledge about this regulations that you're talking about. I would like to seek the advice of the officers that would deal with this sort of thing. Of course, the council are going to help as many vulnerable people as they can, and I'm sure that we're doing that. I mean, if there are instances of problems with people being evicted when you say that they shouldn't be, then obviously, we need to look at it.
Councillor Bamford, I wasn't talking about evictions. What I was talking about was that the enforcement agents that are being sent to vulnerable people, and the vulnerable people have protection in law by virtue of that piece of legislation. It won't be the officers that you'll get the correct answers from. It'd probably be me. And as you've already pointed out earlier on in this meeting, you don't seem to want to talk to me at all. So it's quite a simple question. Sorry, I allowed you to speak. Can you allow me to, please? The simple question is, we are illegally sending enforcement agents, bailiffs, to vulnerable people's homes, and we are not making any checks to see whether or not these people are vulnerable and therefore due protection by law. So, will you support me to ensure that we are not sending enforcement agents, bailiffs, to vulnerable people? Will you support that?
I would like to say, Councillor Morris, that Councillor Hurd and myself did actually have an exchange of text messages after you spoke earlier, and we have both agreed to meet with you.
Fantastic.
Which I would have told you about after this meeting, or at least tomorrow, so that we can arrange a meeting. And I think that if you have examples of what you're saying, then obviously you can bring those to the meeting.
Oh, I will.
And I will take it up.
Excellent.
Of course I will.
Great.
Are you satisfied, Councillor Morris? Thank you. I think the question's been answered, and you've heard what the leader said that has resulted through a text.
Penny, you asked me a question and then you tell me that I'm happy with it. Please allow me to respond to your question. I'm encouraged that you are willing to open a dialogue with me, and thank you.
Thank you. Right, now, I'm mindful of time, members. It's